Welcome to the Concrete Genius Podcast, man. I'm your host, Big Sauce. That's at SAUC_Mackenzie, MACKENZIE. And welcome back. For you loyal listeners, I appreciate y'all. It's been a little minute, probably about a month, maybe. I plan to take off 2 weeks just for a mental reset. I do that kind of every time I make changes towards the pod, which I'll mention later. But then just some things happen out of my control. Another 2 weeks I took off. So for those asking me where it was, I appreciate your dedication to listening. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the 90 minutes you give me, ever many times you've given me. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's a wonderful life. It's like a roller coaster. You have your ups and your downs. You might twist in some circles, but you might even throw up a couple times. You might cry. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna scream. But when you get to the end and you start another day, you're gonna have that adrenaline and you're gonna get back on it. I think fast. Sometimes too fast. And sometimes like so fast that like I be processing things going on. People be calling me to pod about it. I'm like, I'm doing this. Not even thinking like how valuable my thought might be in that moment. You know, that arrogance that allowed me to survive, but also made me not be as aggressive as things as I should. And I think that's gonna be unlocking the last level for me. When I really realize like whatever I'm doing ain't as important as this, then we out of here. I mean, we already out of here now from a structural standpoint, from a foundational standpoint, from a nationwide standpoint, we out of. But just for the consistency, for the stuff to hit, then yeah, we're gonna be out of here. Plus, I was sick, man, fucking allergies. And I'm gonna talk about this in my top 5 things I hate, but like, man, I just had some fucking allergies. I got in a loaner car, took my car to get service, a little 10,000 mile service. And they gave me a loaner. Seemed like motherfucking somebody from Hoarders was in that motherfucker. And I ain't really realize it till I got on the highway. I just kind of looked around like, damn, I just run this bitch through the car wash or something. Then I got to drive and I had to let the windows down and shit. And then that day I came home, I'm sneezing. I'm like, what the fuck was in that car? Like somebody tried to take me out. Like if I was really focused, I would have been like, man, give me something else. But it was nice on the outside. And then I was kind of in a hurry because I just left the gym and shit. So I'm like, I didn't go home, take a shower. I got shit to do. I jumped in that motherfucker. I'm riding in asbestos. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sneezing, sniffling, snorting, fucking throat hurt. Nigga feel like I've been inhaling fucking what's that shit they put in my house when you fiberglass when they put in there for the insulation. That's what it felt like, man. I'm like, what the fuck they trying to do to me? I just went on my square in the moment. I'm trying to process too many things too fast. When you think too fast. See, thing about thinking too fast, you can fix everything, but you sometimes put yourself last. And even when you start last, you usually finish first. So you don't even hold yourself accountable for starting last. Because you've always been so gifted, it's like a test. If you're smart, you can laugh at somebody crack jokes the whole test. Then by the time it's over, you take your shit, you still got an A minus, B plus. That's what it's like being different, being able to help a lot of people, being able to solve a lot of problems. Sometimes you internalize your own too long. Sometimes you look for perfection in past relationships. That's a big flaw of mine too. Sometimes like I'm so real, I know that when my character ain't been perfect, I always apologize. Even if the relationship ain't even solid to this day. If my character wasn't perfect to you, I immediately apologize when it hit me. And it ain't a personal lie that I've apologized. Like if I felt like I was the reason that the relationship soured, I've said I'm sorry several times. Because I say I'm sorry because I feel like in my interactions with you, man, woman, white, black, no matter your nationality, religion, I always pride myself on keeping it 100 with you, even if that 100 takes from me. I just got to the point where I started like having me complete to walk away from people. I used to give people so much that they always walked away with something. But I never charged it to the game because, again, I'm so used to starting last and finishing first that I really didn't understand the games that they thought they was winning. If you flying to Honolulu every 3 months and another nigga flying to Pittsburgh every 3 months, you ain't gonna really mind like showing him how to get to Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even though you've been to Philadelphia 100 times, you've been to New York, Boston, you've been everywhere on the East Coast, it's so easy for you that you could say, okay, you know what? You might did some sucker shit, but I done had you around, whatever. I'm gonna show you how to get to Philadelphia. But in the end, you should have even showed them where the airport was. You should have just kept flying to Honolulu and minding your business. And that's an analogy of life for strong people. Because with strong people, like, you make so much happen sometimes. And sometimes you're wrong. I've been wrong. Thing about being wrong, you're a smart nigga. It's doom, doom, doom. It's like, don't fuck around, be handsome too. Or attractive if you know, or pretty if you're a woman. Like, motherfucker be waiting on you to fail. Nigga whole life be in shambles. And they just be waiting on you. Nigga, hey, I'm telling you, I done seen it. Your whole life can be in shambles, bro. But if you've been fly your whole life, it's somebody with a notepad, bro, in the back of an Uber with 2 hubcaps. $7 Uber, nigga gotta go Uber to get some milk from a $6 convenience store. That nigga somewhere fucking Ubering like, that fuck nigga finally didn't win. And instead of starting looking at that, like, I used to be the type of nigga, I used to look at that shit as, nigga, how you don't love me? Nigga, I'm the greatest. Nigga, I brought you to light. That's how I used to look at it. Like, you see how my homeboys loving me? Nigga, you see what I'm doing? Or you see how I'm kicking it with this person? You see how they loving me? You see how they life done changed? Maybe our lives done changed. Relationship with me is a blessing. You didn't laugh. You know, you didn't kicked it. And I'm not saying this to a general stranger now, so that's the difference. You could be like, that's some arrogant shit. I don't want everybody to love me. Some dudes may look at you and say, fuck you. Okay, well, fuck you too. That's never cost me a minute of sleep, none. But if you done seen the highs, you done roll with me. You see how you pull up to the park with me and seen the eyes pop out. You walked in that spot with me. You seen them look at me when I wasn't even looking. I gave you game. That's multiple people. Game. More game you count on your fingers and your toes, both ears, and your nose. Throw your eyes in there too. For some people, a couple of bones. You know how many bones you got, right? So my thing should be like, damn, how can you see it? And not saying it's all me, because I got a solar system of OGs and players and shit I learned from, but talking about me now, like, I could say, oh, you see it. How could you cross this? You know? And so it makes you regret putting people in a position to cross you. Nerds gonna be nerds, liars gonna be liars, cornballs gonna be cornballs. But as a player, especially somebody like surviving the streets, and granted I'm 50, I probably hadn't. I realized I was talking to somebody, and they was saying, man, I ain't made a drug transaction in like 12 years. And I was like, damn, that's a long time than I thought. I'm like, I ain't made a drug transaction in 20 plus years. Like, that's crazy. And it's a blessing. Now I say like 18, 19, honestly. Like 18. Yeah. Going on 18 for sure. Wait, 16, so 15. That's still amazing, bro. Like, to think as a point, like, that was your only means of survival and you let that go. So having that element of knowing that, like, I done survived on the streets. I paid my bill, knowing who was gonna buy what this month. That let me know deep down one day I could run a business. One day I could own some property. One day I could network across the country. Once I seen Jay-Z do it and 50 Cent do it, even before them, for real, but when I seen like Suge do it, and I ain't saying him. Now when I was young, like Tony Draper, them niggas was kind of more so much older, and Jay Prince, it was like, damn, them niggas like the OGs doing it. So even though it's motivation, it still ain't you yet, cause you know what I'm saying, you trying to crack the egg. But when I start seeing niggas, cause I'm 51. So when I start seeing niggas like Suge and smart, even smart nigga, cause I was a smart nigga before I got active, like Suge, Andre Harrell, rest in peace, like them type of niggas, Baby, uh, Gotti. Like, once I started seeing that, like, I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, they let niggas be millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I lived long enough to be able to see, like, if you ain't careful and you piss off the wrong folks, they coming to get your shit. So me, I made it very important, very impressive. First of all, my track record. I've had some incidents with some people, but it ain't nothing nobody come up and be like, oh, that nigga did this. Nah. Second of all, surrounded myself with very intelligent friends, very intelligent colleagues. Colleagues in their 70s. They got big favors. Colleagues of all religions, all nationalities, all demographics, accents, regions of the country. So yeah, I walk by faith. I used to go places and be like, man, and I still have to be careful because no matter how old you get, if you really was ever at one time about that action, like really about it, not a motherfucker who later was like, I'll tell you, I remember that time me and Cecil shot in the air on 4th of July. I'm talking about a motherfucker who's active. Like, I don't know what this. See, you want to know if you was active? All you got to do is know if you was active is a motherfucker be like, when you was young and a motherfucker be like, man, I ain't know what the fuck was going to happen when you came around. You was active. I ain't know we was gonna have fun. We was gonna get some girls. I ain't know we was gonna get jumped. I ain't know we was gonna jump some niggas. I ain't know we was gonna rob. I ain't know we was gonna get robbed. I ain't know we was gonna jump some video games. I ain't know we was gonna get chased by a dog, nigga. I ain't know what we was gonna do, but I knew it was gonna be some shit because your little 14-year-old ass was around. If that's the case, then you was active. Or if just some shit pop off. And the nigga know like somebody talking crazy that they would have let it go and they see you there and they like, oh shit. Yeah, no. Yeah, so like I'm talking to them kind of people. If you was active like that, when you get to a certain age, you try to stay in the house because it's still when you out, oh man, you still don't give a fuck, bro. And you got it all. Now sometimes in your conscience, if you catch it early for it catch you, you can be like, let me get out of here, man. Shit. Leaning the wrong way, possibly, because you got that preemptive probation officer type nervousness about your life. Like, you know, you got away with some shit. You got a beautiful home, beautiful family, beautiful companion, beautiful kids, beautiful life, beautiful neighbors. Like, you got everything you wanted. You could have wrote down on a piece of paper, like, this what you was going to be doing when you was be 50. You'd be like, I'll take that. Nigga, what I got to be doing, I'll take that. And hey, after a pandemic, oh yeah, I take that, nigga. Recession, Bush, war, yeah. So, for my point, like, you got a probation officerness about yourself when you a true OG. This is for my true OGs gonna understand this. You got a probationary officer demeanor about yourself when you go out. Now, when that's on, when that switch is on, my G's, you can go out because your spidey senses go kick in. Okay, this could lead to this, which could lead to that, which gonna lead to that, which gonna lead to me pumping, you know what I'm saying, some animosity towards dude. And then it's over with. And then you say, okay, you know what? Let's get out of here. Let's go over to this spot. Or let's just go to my crib, man. I can pool table, smoke, whatever, bro. Let's go get on the dominoes. Because you got the spidey senses. Because you already been to hell. Them niggas ain't been to hell. Niggas talking tough. If you ain't been to hell, bro, you talking tough. Even if you mean it. Because you don't understand. Because you just going to check out. But the niggas that's been seeing the worst, that make it out, they brain already 12 steps ahead. That's why if you notice, most niggas be like, oh, there's some shit finna go on. Let me get out of here. So that's what you got to catch. But the thing about that dude that used to have like little spouts of maybe a little crazy and shit, when he get past that point and he start drinking or being like, man, fuck these niggas, man, I smack the shit out of one of these niggas. Then it's over. Then he on some Tupac shit. Then he in the House of Blues. Now it's up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, I'm at the bar. You good? Hey, don't cut him off. What? He was first. What you drinking, pimp? You loud. Just whatever. Nigga, here, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Take a good look at this shit. Like all the tattoos, everything. And once you get in that mode, then you just praying to Jesus that you make it home safely and don't nobody bite. So it's rough. But I wouldn't trade it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to whom much is given, much is expected. I honor the fact that I'm busy, that I'm needed, that I'm loved, that I'm appreciated for being loved. So the 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 people that I know on my grave appreciate me, they 100 times make up for any cross I've ever had to lay down, or, you know what I'm saying, any type of disrespect I felt I've taken, because I wouldn't trade their love for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that I'm needed and I'm helpful and people appreciate me. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? Let me respond to this text. And while we're here, man, just want to talk about some of my sponsors. Contenders Clothing, Las Vegas, Nevada, man. Shout out to Contenders, man. #1 brand for the fighters. They really gave my podcast opportunity to kick open a lot of doors, give me a nice negotiating point, talk to people, whether those talks resulted in anything or not, but just a nice starting point, taking a chance on me, taking a chance on my personality to promote the van, to the brand. I just realized that, you know, all that came from just me frequently in Las Vegas, the connections I made. That's why Las Vegas will always be a special place to me, because, you know, like they say in casino, Las Vegas is where you go and your past don't matter. All that matters is what you can do for people, what they can do for you, or how you make them feel. That's a big element, because I've been on an elevator with billionaires. I like your charisma, man. You should learn how to play golf. When you learn, call me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's precious. That's life. So, you know, I want to thank contendersclothing.com. You can always put in the code SAUCE20. They got all the joints, man. The Godfather, the Luca Brasi. They got the Phil Hellmuth, the poker joint. They got the draws. They got the Lover Not a Fighter shirts. So I'm always going to be appreciative of contenders taking a chance on me, a guy just putting his thoughts out there to the world. Excuse me, putting his pain on there to the world. I appreciate that. Next, I want to talk about, because a lot of people ask me, they say, man, you 40, man, 50. Like, how you do it? I pray. I get in the sauna. I work out. I read a lot. Sometimes I read on my phone too much. You know, I read my book, The Game Changer. I've read it several times. It's like a journal to me for survival. I got questionnaires in there for you, updates and stuff, like find you a mentor, certain chapters where I'm just giving you the game. So it's for sale, thegamechanger.com. Game Changer, sorry, no.com. Written by Coach John Louden, 8 tips for men to find peace. The cover, it's all me and my team. But the thing I love about my team is they some geniuses, but they appreciate the genius in me. And they ain't have to. Everybody that's worked with me, be it my design team, the team that helped me promote my books, my pod, the team that get me these brand deals, team gets me. I went to the what's his name, Canelo. I went Triple G. Man, I went to that fight for nothing, for free. You know what I'm saying? Like for nothing. And got a comp when I got there from the hotel because the hotel they put me in, I already gambled in. So like, it's a blessing. I went to the WNBA All-Star game for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a result of my team working, my people working, myself working, you know. And so that's why you should get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. All right, man. Oh, that horse sound good, man. I ain't had no headphones in a minute. Motherfucker broke my headphones. Shit was on back order. Let's talk about the Caitlin Clark shit. You know, to me, Caitlin Clark, I ain't one of them niggas that can't talk. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, is probably the most powerful dynamic I've seen in this country. Outside of Obama, Trump, kinda, yeah. But it's not to that degree of ridiculousness and lynch dummies and stuff like that. That kind of dynamic was more like Obama, Trump, Patrick Ewing against Villanova that time. When you start bringing in the props, that's a different level of hatred, racism. But, and even though this one has some of that, this is the most powerful racial dynamic in America to me since the O.J. Simpson trial. The first one and the second one. Because it's so many things that a person. Oh man, I ain't turned my shit. Oh hell no.